Right now on SAU Weekly, the eye of the storm.
We're getting a lot better now about detecting these tornadoes and making sure that they make it to the official record.
New data from the Storm Prediction Center says Tornado Alley has shifted, putting the Quad Cities area in the crosshairs. How to stay prepared for storm season coming up. And packing their bags. How many donations these Ambrosians were able to raise ahead of their service trip to Panama.
Certain, like medical type supplies, but also some of like the fun crafts and other supplies that we get to take down with us.
And in sports, a not so hidden gem, the high praise this Quad Cities minor league baseball park has earned for the fourth time.
It's really an honor and a testament to all the hard work and dedication.
Your latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University starts right now. Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. I'm Casper Altman.
And I'm Avery Lisk.
When you think of Tornado Alley, you probably think of Texas or Oklahoma, but the latest data shows the bullseye may be shifting to right here in the Quad Cities. SAU Weekly's Ray Romulus has more.
SAU is no stranger to severe weather, but new research from the Storm Prediction Center suggests that the Quad Cities is now at a much higher risk of tornado activity.
So we are seeing a greater number of tornadoes, and a lot of that is because instead of there only being a few tornadoes, now a few additional tornadoes are being noticed on those days.
Ethan Bentley with the Storm Prediction Center says that the higher probability does not exactly come from an increase in tornadoes, but far more advanced ways of tracking storms.
In the past, there were a lot of tornadoes that went unnoticed. And we're getting a lot better now about detecting these tornadoes and making sure that they make it to the official record, especially in a place there like Iowa, where there's a lot of agricultural fields. And now we have things like drones and satellite data where we can see these paths.
These findings reflect a similar probability in our area of that of Tornado Valley.
Because the threat can happen even as early as February and March, early in the year for this tornado threat. And it lasts well through the summer. So Iowa's a part of the country that can get that severe weather threat early, and it lasts through June, July, and maybe even into August.
Ryan Lebo, the university's director of public safety, says that while they are aware of the rising threat, they remain committed to keep our campus safe.
When there's a tornado warning, a tornado watch, we make sure that information gets passed along to the students and to the other university community members and leaders who need to know, who can help people who are on campus take proper steps to mitigate any risk if campus ends up being affected by a weather system like that.
Lebo reminds students to download the Live Safe app to receive instant alerts about severe weather and to also head down to the lowest floor of the campus building during a tornado. With SAU Weekly, this is Ray Romulus.
Thanks, Ray. Bentley says they're continuing to evolve the way they forecast severe weather and look forward to release of their rapid refresh forecast system later this spring.
Although the deadline has passed to confirm your updated course catalog, students still have time to meet with their advisors before the catalog changes go into effect next semester. Associate Dean Ella Johnson says while the university catalog is updated every year, this year's changes include a new core curriculum and new or updated majors. While students beginning at St. Ambrose next fall will automatically enroll in the new catalog, many current students must opt to take the change or stay in their current catalog. Johnson recommends students who have yet to do so must meet with their advisors soon to make the change.
Some programs are not able to have their major switch catalogs, and some are. So it's really, really critical that every student meet with your advisor, if you have not already, to talk about what's the best plan for you.
Dr. Johnson says the changes to the core curriculum were student-driven so that general education courses didn't feel like checking a box. The new catalog will officially launch in the fall 2026 academic year.
While most students are planning their spring break getaways, one group of Ambrosians are packing their bags for a different kind of trip. SAU Weekly's Jess Vargas shows us how SAU's Global Brigade prepares to bring school and medical supplies to Panama.
It is a mission packed into second-hand suitcases. From medical supplies to books, these St. Ambrose students are preparing for a spring break adventure.
Today we'll be packing suitcases with certain, like medical type supplies, but also some of like the fun crafts and other supplies that we get to take down with us. We can't all pack it in our own personal bags, so we ask people to bring donated or, suitcases that they don't mind getting rid of or using for this kind of purpose today to pack with all of our supplies that we'll bring down to kids.
The group is a part of Global Brigades, a national nonprofit. This year, the SAU chapter has gone above and beyond by raising over $76,000 in equipment and donations.
So the last time we went, in 5 days, we cared for 400 people. So that was medical care, dental care, optometry, pharmacy, and then we also do health promotion education. So many of our children know how to brush their teeth. Many of theirs have never even seen a toothbrush. So we do a lot of that work.
But for these future nurses, it is not just about a 1-week trip. It is about fixing the environment to prevent the illness before it starts.
It's not about being a savior and going in to save a community. It's more so about providing people with tools needed to be successful. So even we're going on a medical brigade on spring break. It's not, we're going to go and give you all of these supplies. It's, we're going to go triage patients and give them care immediately, but then give them education that can help them be healthy for the long term, not just the short terms.
The brigade heads to Panama this March. They hope to help a community in need while developing a new perspective to bring back to St. Ambrose's campus. For SAU Weekly, I'm Jess Vargas.
Thanks, Jess. The group begins their trip to Panama on Saturday, March 14th. Coming up next on SAU Weekly, how you can become an International Student Ambassador.
In this week's What's the Buzz, we sit down with SAU's International Student Advisor, Ricky Grover, to explain how. We'll be right back.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans, bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab, mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up. Ready the studio in 3, 2.
Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
We begin with breaking news after a vehicle crashed into a non-residential campus building overnight.
We should always have places to promote inclusivity on and off campus.
You guys got the opportunity to scrimmage against 3 Division I basketball teams. How did your team benefit from that later on in the season?
Well, I think it's just a great experience for our players.
Being able to run and be around the people that I enjoy gives me a reason to be passionate about running.
Welcome to Stingers, discussions with SAUBs over everyone's favorite drinks.
What happens to you though, seriously, if you drink the whole cup?
You get all your papers done. And
yeah, right.
For international students, the college transition can be tough, but thanks to our ambassador program, that process can be made a bit easier.
In this week's What's the Buzz, SAU Weekly, Bradley Thiessen Cooper sits down with International Student Advisor Ricky Grover for more.
Thanks, guys. Joining us now is International Student Advisor and Study Abroad Coordinator Ricky Grover. Thanks for being here, Ricky.
Thanks for having me.
Walk us through the International Ambassador Program and how it benefits students.
Yeah, the International Student Ambassador Program is really built to help the new international students transition to life at St. Ambrose, help the ongoing, current students continue in their day-to-day life here. So many things are different abroad to how we do them here in the U.S. So the position is older students helping the other younger students new to campus find their way, kind of.
Awesome. Can you tell us why international ambassadors are important for our campus?
Yeah, there can be a lot of culture shock going from anywhere to the U.S. Culture shock, our education system is different, homesickness, like all those things. There's a lot of big changes for international students. So the ambassador program really just helps those students make that change. Some of those things that Americans domestic students already have figured out, of a bank account, a social security number, some of those things are things that international students have to start from scratch at. So the ambassadors really help with that, figuring out the bus system in the Quad Cities and how to get to a grocery store and that sort of stuff. Everything from that to what a credit hour is and what your syllabus is, what office hours, like all these things that might be more unique to the U.S. education system, helping our new students figure out that.
So how much of a time commitment can it be for students who apply and are accepted?
Yeah, that kind of depends on the time of year. We say 8 hours a week. We have 4 hours of in-office hours. In that time, international students can stop in, ask questions. There's an ambassador there at that time to help them. The other 4 hours outside of that can be for driving someone to the bank or like helping with that, or any of those outside of the office questions, or questions when I'm not available but an ambassador is. So we say 8 hours a week. During orientation, it might be a bit more than that we have. That's the busy time at orientation, but for the most part, yeah.
Good, thank you. So what are the benefits for the international ambassador student?
Yeah, the international ambassadors, it looks great on a resume. It's a really great leadership role. The compensation part is free housing. It's more similar to the RA positions in that sense. It doesn't have an hourly wage, but you do get that free housing. Part of that as well is, as you have free housing, you have a kitchen and a space. We want our ambassadors to be in housing that has kitchen. So that other international students can use that space when we do the Free Food Fridays or any of the things with the International Student Org that people might be sharing foods from different cultures. Being an ambassador and having that kitchen gives other students access to a kitchen.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So can you, if students are interested, how can they go about applying? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So the application is a Microsoft form. It's pretty easy. It's in the Waggle and posted around campus. Information in my office, the Office of International Education. So pretty simple application. We just ask some questions on why you're interested, why you might be a good fit. We ask for a resume and cover letter.
Pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again so much for being here, Ricky, and good luck with your recruitment. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
Coming up next in sports, home court advantage. SAU Cheer and Dance hosts their first home competition in more than 4 years.
And going for the 4P, the Nationals recognition Modern Woodman Park has earned 4 years in a row.
Join SAU Weekly's CJ Boone as he takes you inside SAU athletics. Stay tuned.
Visit Ragged Records, one of the largest record stores in the Midwest. Browse more than 30,000 new and used records, from timeless classics to new releases, and rare finds in every aisle. New to collecting vinyl? Check out our large selection of stereo equipment to spruce up your listening experience. Find your group at Ragged Records, located along Motor Row in Davenport and in Rock Island next to Roz Talks.
Capture a piece of the past with Trash Can Annie, where vintage meets vibrant in every stitch. Browse our carefully curated collection of clothing and accessories, ranging from the late 1800s to current styles. Dress to impress with Laura's unique style and wardrobe consultations. Find a style and make it yours with Trash Can Annie, your destination for timeless fashion.
Whether you're a competitive runner, looking to stay fit, or just looking for comfort and support, Running Wild has you covered. Locally owned for more than 3 decades, Running Wild is the Quad Cities' trusted source for athletic wear and accessories. No matter your experience level, we'll help you find the right fit with all the top brands for running and walking and the latest in running apparel. Open 7 days a week, just up Brady Street. Don't walk, run to Running Wild, your run specialty store.
As the calendar approaches March, both the SAU men's and women's basketball teams are hitting the road once again for the CCAC tournament. The women's team faced St. Francis in the quarterfinals. The game came down to the final seconds with Caitlin Thull stealing the win with a pair of clutch free throws with 35 seconds left. The Fighting Bees advanced to take on Indiana South Bend in the semifinals. Mary Gruber led the scoring with 15 points, but it wasn't enough as the Titans took the game 74-65. The men's basketball team traveled to Olivet Nazarene on Wednesday. The Bees got the victory in a 78-75 win. Guillermo Narbona led the scoring with 17 points. Plus, Ignacio Dacunda did a little bit of everything. 14 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. The Fighting Bees will now take on the number 2 seed St. Francis tonight at 7 p.m. SAU's dance and cheer teams are gearing up for a special weekend as they set their sight to compete in their first home competition since 2022. The Fighting Bees are off to a white-hot start to their cheer and dance seasons. The cheer team finished first place in the Viking Challenge and the Baker Classic, while the dance team took first place in the Thresher Invitational and a first and second place finish at the Viking Challenge. Both squads are now practicing hard to give their best performances in front of their home crowd.
Every year we have a national send-off, and that's when we're surrounded by friends, family, and then other students supporting us, and that's honestly when we have the best performances. So I think just having this home comp is going to have the same idea where we're just going to be hyped up and just like giving our best performance again.
I wouldn't say that we're doing anything different. We're preparing for it like every single other competition, but there's that added importance that we are here on our home field, and it's really just the excitement around it.
The Fighting Bees will begin competition on Sunday, March 1st at 10 a.m. in Lee Loman Arena. The men's volleyball team traveled to Carver Center on Monday to take on the Augustana Vikings. The Vikings start off strong. Aiden Bolin bumps it to Colin Schaefer, who sets it to Cole Clark for the kill, winning sets 1 and 2. In Game 3, the Bees fight back. Anthony Anderson sets up Kainalu Kahani for the kill. Bees down 1. Later, Cam Dixon sets it to Anderson for a quick dunk shot. Bees up 19-14. Dixon has the final serve. Augie can't handle it. The ball ricochets away, and the Bees win the third set 25-22. In the end, the Bees fall short in the fourth set. The Vikings win 3-1. The Bees will head on to Dubuque on Saturday to take on number 14 Morningside. As St. Ambrose Athletics prepare to transition fully to the Heart of America Conference next season, the women's lacrosse team has already found success in the Heart and looking for more in 2026. The Fighting Bees have advanced to the Heart Championship game twice since joining the conference in 2022. Last season, the Fighting Bees finished with 7 wins, going 5-3 in conference play. This season, SAU returns 4 of their 5 top 5 scorers and impact midfielders, Carson Giamatti and Delaney Cunningham.
Lacrosse just in general is a very fast-paced game. So for us, just getting the ball out of the goal really quick on our transitions and even just slowing things down on attack really does keep up more of a fast-paced game because we can kind of see our options and work with the clock we have.
Oh, I am so excited. I can't wait to see how our team plays together because it's definitely different in a game setting. We have a lot of people back from injuries and a lot of new great freshmen, so I'm really excited to see how we'll play.
Women's lacrosse will have their home opener Saturday, March 7th at 11 a.m. at St. Vincent's Athletic Complex, where they welcome Wisconsin Stout. The best minor league ballpark in America is looking to defend their title once again. For a 4th year in a row, the Quad Cities River Bandits home stadium is in the national spotlight. Modern Women Park has once again been nominated in USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards for Best Minor League Ballpark.
For us, it's really an honor and a testament to all the hard work and dedication that everyone puts in getting this place ready for the season, and it really shows the loyal support of our fans and the local community.
Modern Women Park has won the award in 2014, 2024, and 2025. Voting for USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards is open now through March 16th. The Fighting Bees will play down by the river this season on March 20th against Trinity Christian. The River Bandits will hit the field on April 7th. That'll do it for Inside SAU Athletics. I'm CJ Boone.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of SAU Weekly. We'll be right back next week with the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
Remember to check out the SAU TV, Facebook, and Instagram pages for our newscasts, top stories, and more. You can also find them on The Hive at sauthehive.com.
We'll leave you with this week's campus question. What is your hardest class this semester? Thanks for watching.
I'd say probably history at the moment, just because it's kind of like overloading your brain with information.
I would say my hardest class is Interaction Design Lab because it takes me about 7 hours a week to actually complete assignments.
Maybe I would say history.
My hardest class right now, I would say, have to be anatomy and physiology. It's just so great. I love it.
I would have to say my hardest class is probably my stats class. I've struggled with math my entire life, and so just paying attention to formulas and stuff.
My hardest class this semester is interpersonal communications and sales.
My hardest class right now is data structures.
My capstone seminar for cybersecurity. It's a pretty intense class. It's like a whole project throughout the whole semester. It's pretty intense.
I'd probably say physics. Physics lab killed me today, and I have a physics exam tomorrow.
I'm gonna go with theology because it's like a lot of work and very difficult for me to understand.
I would say also anatomy, physiology. This is just a lot of memorization, a lot of info they throw at you in a short amount of time.
My hardest class ever was statistics because I'm really bad at math.